This video is brought to you in part by the channel MTG Anarchy, where we take a look into the world of Magic the Gathering and throw a little bit of mischief and chaos into the mix. Welcome to MTG Anarchy Discussions. My name is Michael, it's great to see you here. In the Magic the Gathering world, there are plenty of powerful cards that exist in many different formats. So powerful, in fact, that they may be too powerful in certain formats over others. And I mean, everybody has their own opinions of what cards are powerful and what cards don't really stand the test of time when it comes to power level. Like, I believe that many individuals out there believe Cyclonic Rift is a very powerful card, and yet it is still considered playable in certain formats. However, more recently, we've been seeing more and more cards become too powerful for the formats they reside in, and therefore become banned in those formats. Which then brings us to our topic for today: banning. Is it enough for what we have now, or does more need to be done when it comes to banning? We are around 3.5 months, if not more, into the year, and we've already seen 11 different bans happen throughout the year thus far. I mean, let's actually talk about the bans that have happened this year thus far. In January, we saw cards such as Oko, Thief of Crowns, Mox Opal, and Mycosynth Lattice banned in the modern format. In March, we saw Golos Tireless Pilgrim banned in Brawl, Underworld Breach banned in Legacy, Oko Thief of Crowns, Once Upon a Time, and Veil of Summer banned in Historic, and in Modern, Once Upon a Time was also banned there. And now in April, we have Lutri, the Spell Chaser, banned not only in Commander, but Brawl as well, and Flash is banned in Commander. Of course, this all now brings up the question, when it comes to bannings, why are we banning so many cards in such a little amount of time? I mean, most of the cards that we have seen banned within the year have been from recent sets that we've received as of late 2019 going into 2020. Also, as we could see, many of these cards were considered banned in the formats they were in because they were powerful enough to get banned in those formats. I mean, the best example on this list alone is Oko Thief of Crowns. That card in specific has been banned in multiple different formats because of how powerful it is. And then there's Lutri the Spell Chaser, a card that would have been so powerful in Commander and Brawl, they had to preemptively ban the card before they released it in Ikoria Lair of Behemoths. I mean, this then just brings up the question, why create these cards in the first place if they're that powerful enough in the game that they will get banned in multiple different formats? Am I the only one that thinks that these cards should have been banned or should have been created in the first place? No, I don't believe I am the first individual to think that these cards are going to be too powerful to be played in the formats that they were meant to be played in, only to be banned later on down the road. The bottom line is that something needs to change when it comes to not only the design aspect of these cards that are printed, that are created, but also how they affect the formats that they are going to be put into. Which then leads to playtesting. If these cards are going to be designed as such, then they need to be playtested in the formats that are going to be subjugated to these specific cards. They currently know what sort of formats are available to the public when it comes to Standard, Modern, Pioneer, Commander, Pauper, any of the formats aforementioned, and Forward. And because they know what sort of formats are available to us as consumers, to the public, they should be playtesting towards all of those formats. In my opinion, they should be playtesting these cards at least anywhere between 3 to 6 months before the product comes out and see how well it does in the formats that they are introduced into. This in turn will test what cards are very powerful in the formats that they are going to be introduced in, and what cards they need to change or revise in order to put out into the public so less cards would be banned. But unfortunately, I doubt that will ever happen on Wizards' end due to them creating this product 2 years in advance and them not wanting to make these changes as they see fit. Now, my final thoughts when it comes to banning is that we've seen already 11 bans happen in multiple different formats because of the power level of those cards. Ultimately, something needs to change. And to me, I think it's not only the creation of the cards themselves down to the playtesting of the cards to the revision of said cards if they are powerful. To me, all these things come hand in hand. And if these things do not change, ultimately we're going to see more and more bans happen in the future. But those are just my thoughts when it comes to bans. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. But with that said, this is your MTG Anarchy Discussions here on the channel, MTG Anarchy. Before you go, I would appreciate it if you not only liked and shared this video, so then that way it can get out into the algorithm so more individuals can see these types of videos. I would also appreciate it if you subscribed and hit the bell notification to keep up to date with any new videos that come out here on MTG Anarchy. Also, I would appreciate it if you are financially stable to not only support other creators here on the platform that do Magic the Gathering content, but to also support your local game stores. As we are all one community, we should all help each other in need. So again, if you can and you are financially stable, I would appreciate it if you went and supported your local game store. But with all that said, this is Michael from MTG Anarchy here with MTG Anarchy Discussions. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks again.